Hello guys, it's Stock Trader Max and welcome to another video here at Daily Market Movements, where today we're going to be analysing the indexes as well as Bitcoin and a few other major stocks. Starting off here with the S&P 500, very successful week due to the fact that we've managed to break out of this triangle wedge pattern that we had been forming pretty much since the end of July. It's now, in my own humble opinion, that I think that we are now in the early innings of a five-wave formation higher. So what does that mean? Well, an Elliott wave, five-wave formation higher. So I think that we've just seen the first leg. We had the second leg, and now we are currently within wave three. How do we know where wave three is going to be? Well, typically speaking, the rule of thumb is that wave three is the 1.618 of the first wave. So that takes us all the way to around 6,000. So we could well be on our way up towards 6,000 come year end. And then eventually we will likely get a 0.236 fib area pullback. And that's measured pretty easily. It's basically the 0.236 of the third wave. So that would take us to roughly around 5,854. And then the first wave length is basically copy and pasted from the fourth wave, and that takes us to roughly 6,400. So this is what I kind of expect the S&P 500 to do over the next 6 months. If I just get rid of that fib extension, there we go. This is the five wave that I'm kind of expecting. If I just go and put some lines on here to actually make it easy for you, there we go. I'm looking for a movement similar to this, where we trade up towards 6,400, probably by mid 2025. But I do think that we are well on our way up towards 6,000. There's definitely going to be some volatility. We have the US election fast approaching, and obviously that's going to cause some ripples in the market. But I think once we get through the election, we're going to have likely a split Senate, which is positive for the stock market, and this will result in equities trading high into year end and probably into the first couple of months of 2025. So, great week so far. We've managed to break out to a new all-time high. We've closed above a new all-time high as well. So this is a significant breakout, and it's in my own humble opinion that we are going to trade up towards probably 6,000 in the coming months ahead. Moving over to the Nasdaq 100, very similar to the S&P 500. However, we haven't been able to break above that August 22nd swing high. I actually see there being a lot more opportunity in the Nasdaq 100 at present versus the S&P 500. I think it's very, very positive that we've seen the Dow Jones 30 break out to a new all-time high. We've seen the S&P 500 break out to a new all-time high. And I think now the Nasdaq 100 has to play catch up. So I think that a move up towards the all-time high, which is around 5% higher from current prices, is pretty much a given in the coming weeks ahead. I think we're going to see strength in some of the top performing stocks like Nvidia, like Apple, and of course we are going to see stocks that perhaps haven't participated to the same extent as those mega cap tech stocks in the past 18 months play catch up, and that will ultimately cause the Nasdaq 100 to achieve a brand new all-time high and play catch up to the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones 30. So I really like the setup here for Nasdaq 100, but ultimately we have broken out of this triangle wedge pattern, very similar to the S&P 500. Finally, moving over to a Dow Jones 30, a new all-time high today. We're about to get a weekly closing candle at a new all-time high, which is around 42,113. This index has just been on a roll due to the fact it hasn't got that much large exposure to tech names. That's why I know Nasdaq 100 is obviously lagging the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones 30. It's just because the Dow has been able to rally on strength of financials, for example. So yeah, really, really positive here for the Dow Jones 30. I think two other charts I want to really quickly mention is the 10-year, the TNX. We're down to 3.722%, but we did hit a new monthly low of around 3.607%, which takes us all the way back to where we were trading back on 1st of June 2023. I do ultimately expect us to continue trading lower here. I think it's only a matter of time until we break below 3.5%. And then finally, the dollar now pretty much at a new monthly low, takes us back. Well, at one point this week, we did hit a level not seen since July 2023. But again, I do expect a move lower here for the US dollar. Finally, just to wrap today's videos up, I think one of my favorite charts of the week is the Bitcoin price chart. Bitcoin breaking out, and we're now broken above the 50 and 200-day EMA, saved it from forming that death cross, and I think that we're gearing up here for an ultimate bull cycle breakout. I think this could be one of the biggest and most intense breakouts we've seen in Bitcoin currencies ever. And I think once we can break above the previous all-time high, which is around 73k, this could really look beautiful and go up towards, let's say, 100,000 very, very quickly. So is it possible to maybe get to 100,000 before the end of the year? I would say yes. There's no timer on it. We don't have to get to 100k before the end of the year, but this is how aggressive I am expecting this bull cycle to be. I would not be surprised at all if we did get to approximately 100,000 by the end of the year. I myself and my Signal team over at Daily Market Movements, we all have positions opened around Bitcoin proxies like the miners, and a few other names that are directly affected by the price of Bitcoin. So this is looking like a very attractive setup. That leads me to say, guys, if you are looking to join my Signal team, then you can find the website link, dailymarketmovements.com, in the description of today's YouTube video. If you're watching this video on X, then just simply visit dailymarketmovements.com. This will give you access to the Investors Lounge, where I post private videos that only subscribers gain access to, where I basically explain in detail about the current positions that we have open, and also gives you access to the educational hub where I teach how I trade on a day-to-day basis. But thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you will have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday.